Have you ever felt like your mind is racing faster than your body can keep up? Like no matter how much effort you put in, there's still this heavy weight pressing down on your chest? If you're young right now, chances are you know that feeling all too well, and you're not alone. Studies reveal that Gen Z and millennials are reporting record-breaking levels of stress, even higher than previous generations. From school to work to social media, life feels like it's moving at lightning speed while we're just trying to hold on. Picture this. You wake up, and before you even take a deep breath, your phone is buzzing. Notifications, deadlines, messages. Parents expect stability, bosses expect performance, social media expects perfection. On top of that, financial worries, uncertainty about the future, and questions about who you are and where you're heading. It's no wonder stress feels overwhelming, and I'll be honest, I've been there too. It feels like drowning in plain sight when everyone else assumes you're fine. But here's the good news. Stress doesn't have to control your story. Today we'll uncover why stress is exploding in young people, what's fueling it, and, most importantly, how you can take back control step by step. If you're on a journey to build inner strength and focus, you're in the right place. Consider subscribing so you don't miss the next step forward. The invisible pressure cooker, modern life stressors. 20 years ago, stress looked different. Our parents worried about jobs, paying bills, and taking care of family. Those were heavy responsibilities, but today, we carry all of that plus something extra. Constant digital comparison, climate anxiety, unpredictable career paths, and an unspoken pressure to make it while we're still young. Picture this. It's past midnight. You should be sleeping, but instead you're scrolling. Post after post, you're bombarded with success stories, flawless bodies, perfect lifestyles, and endless productivity hacks. With every swipe, the silent message sinks in. You're not doing enough. You're not achieving enough. You're not enough. And this isn't just imagination. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that Gen Z reports higher stress levels than any generation before. The reasons stack up quickly. 1. Social media and comparison traps that distort reality. 2. Economic uncertainty and unstable jobs that make the future unclear. 3. Academic and parental pressure that push you to be flawless. 4. Lack of true rest, because even at night, notifications chase you. If you feel like you can't switch off, even for a moment, that's not weakness. That's the environment we've been thrown into. Takeaway action. Today, notice your stress triggers. Write down 3 things that silently drain your energy each day. Awareness is the first step. Why young brains feel it harder. Here's something most people don't talk about. Your brain is still developing well into your mid-20s. The part responsible for decision-making and emotional regulation, the prefrontal cortex, isn't fully mature yet. That means young people are more vulnerable to stress because the control center is still under construction. Think of it like this. Stress is like running a laptop with too many tabs open. At first, it works fine, but the more tabs you pile on, the slower it gets, until eventually it overheats. That's what's happening in young minds today. Or picture stress as a heavy backpack. Adults may have trained muscles to carry that weight, but if you're younger, you're carrying the same load without the same strength yet. It's not weakness, it's biology. Science confirms it. Chronic stress raises cortisol, the stress hormone, which directly impacts memory, sleep, and mood. That's why exams, job interviews, or even posting on Instagram can feel way heavier than they should. And let's be clear, it's not your fault you feel overwhelmed. It's biology colliding with today's environment. Takeaway action. Whenever stress spikes, pause for just 2 minutes. Breathe deeply or stretch. These micro breaks stop overload before it builds up. The culture of always on. Imagine this. A college student wakes up early for lectures, squeezes in a part-time job afterward, and then stays up scrolling on their phone until 2 a.m., comparing themselves to perfect lives online. By the time their head finally hits the pillow, Their brain is still buzzing, never truly at rest. This is the reality for so many young people today. Being always accessible means no boundaries. Texts, emails, notifications, everything demands your attention all the time. And when you finally think about resting, guilt creeps in. Hustle culture whispers that if you're not grinding 24/7, you're falling behind. But research shows the cost of this mindset. More than 60% of young adults report feeling burned out before the age of 25. That's not laziness. It's exhaustion from being constantly on. Here's the truth. Rest isn't a luxury, it's fuel. Even elite athletes rest between workouts to grow stronger. Why should your mind and soul be any different? Yes, switching off is difficult at first, but reclaiming just 20 minutes of real rest each day can reset your stress baseline and protect your energy. Takeaway action. Set one no notification block daily. Even 30 minutes offline can restore your balance. Social media. The comparison trap. Scroll, and it looks like everyone else has life figured out. They're traveling the world, driving new cars, looking flawless, announcing promotions and radiating happiness. And then there's you, sitting there, feeling like you're already behind before you've even started. This is the trap. Social media convinces us that we're failing compared to everyone else. And it's no accident. Studies consistently show that heavy social media use is linked to higher levels of anxiety and depression in young people. But here's the truth. What you're seeing isn't the full story. Social media is a highlight reel, not a full movie. Behind those perfect posts are real struggles that never make it to the feed. I once worked with a client who felt worthless because all her peers online seemed ahead. Later, she found out many of those same peers were drowning in debt, heartbreak, and self-doubt, just like her. The difference? They didn't post it. You don't have to quit social media, but you do have to control it before it controls you. Takeaway action. Today, unfollow 3 accounts that make you feel worse. Replace them with voices that inspire, uplift, or educate you. The weight of uncertainty. Future anxiety. Young people today face an unpredictable world. Pandemics, wars, climate change, unstable economies. No wonder stress feels endless. It's like standing on shifting sand, never sure when the ground will give way beneath you. Imagine this. A fresh graduate sends out 50 job applications. Silence. Meanwhile, their feed is filled with peers announcing new jobs, startups, or promotions. The message hits hard. Everyone else is moving forward while I'm stuck. That sense of hopelessness eats away at motivation. Research backs this up. Surveys consistently show that financial instability is the #1 driver of youth stress worldwide. When money feels uncertain, so does everything else. Housing, health, even dreams. The mind then spirals into endless what-ifs. What if I never get hired? What if I fail? What if I fall behind forever? These thoughts don't prepare you, they drain you. Here's the breakthrough. Uncertainty has always existed, but today its intensity is magnified. The key isn't to eliminate uncertainty, it's to build resilience to live within it. Optimistic realism. Accept what's beyond your control and channel energy toward daily routines, skill building, and strong relationships. Takeaway action. Write down 2 things you can't control and 2 things you can. Put your focus where your power lies. Breaking the silence. Why talking matters. Stress often feels heavier when it's kept in the dark. Many young people stay silent, afraid of being judged, misunderstood, or seen as weak. But silence only makes the weight grow. I remember a time when I felt completely stuck. Pressure from school, expectations, and my own doubts piling up. I kept pretending I was fine until it became unbearable. Finally, I opened up to a mentor I trusted. I didn't pour out a perfect story. I just said, I feel overwhelmed. To my surprise, they didn't judge me. They simply listened. That simple act of sharing lifted a huge weight I had been carrying alone. Research backs this up. Talking about stress activates our support networks, lowers cortisol levels, and reminds us we're not facing life alone. If you've ever kept everything bottled up, you're not weak, you're human. But silence makes stress louder. Vulnerability is not a weakness. It's one of the strongest choices you can make. So here's a challenge for you. This week, reach out to one trusted person. You don't need solutions or advice, just connection. Sometimes being heard is the first step to healing. Practical tools to fight stress. Knowing stress is real is one thing. Fighting it is another. Here's your simple toolkit to start building resilience today. 1. Micro habits. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Just 5 minutes of journaling or stretching daily can shift your mindset. Action step. Start with one habit and stay consistent. Consistency beats intensity. 2. Breath work and meditation. Your breath is your built-in reset button. Techniques like the 4-7-8 method or mindfulness apps calm your nervous system. Action step. Tonight, try 4 slow, deep breaths before bed. 3rd, movement. Stress fuels tension in your body. A short walk, even 10 minutes, lowers cortisol and clears mental fog. Action step. Commit to 10 minutes of movement each day. 4. Boundaries. Every yes costs energy. Protect your peace by saying no to draining commitments. Action step. Practice one small no this week. 5. Gratitude. Practice. Stress narrows your focus to problems. Gratitude expands it to what's working. Action step. Write down 3 small wins each night in a stress journal. None of these erase stress overnight, but stack them over time, and you'll build mental armor stronger than any storm. If this is speaking to you, hit that like button. It tells YouTube to share more content that strengthens your mindset. The payoff. Reimagining a stress-resilient life. Imagine this. You wake up not with dread, but with a quiet sense of confidence. You scroll through social media without slipping into comparisons. Setbacks don't crush you, they fuel your growth. That's what stress resilience looks like. Take the story of a young graduate who once felt stuck, flooded with rejection emails, drained by overthinking, and ready to give up. Instead of chasing a massive fix, they started small, journaling 5 minutes a day, walking each evening, and saying no to one draining obligation a week. Within months, the spiral of hopelessness shifted into momentum, not because stress disappeared, but because they built strength inside it. Here's the truth. Stress will always exist. Deadlines, uncertainty, and change won't vanish. But your ability to rise above them can expand daily. Resilience is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger you get. Takeaway action. Don't try all the tools at once. Choose one, whether it's deep breathing, movement, or gratitude, and commit to it for 7 days straight. Track how you feel. Small wins compound into lasting strength. Your future self will thank you for starting today. We've explored why stress is exploding in young people, shaped by endless notifications, social comparisons, financial uncertainty, and the silent weight of unspoken struggles. It's a storm hitting harder and earlier than ever before. But here's the truth. Exploding stress doesn't mean exploding futures. Resilience is not a gift, it's a practice. Every boundary you set, every breath you take, every honest conversation you open is a step toward a stronger, steadier version of yourself. And remember, your stress doesn't define you. Your response to it does. If you're ready to rise above the noise, to take back control from the culture of always on, and to build the strongest version of yourself, then don't walk this road alone. Join this journey, subscribe to the channel, share this with someone who needs it today, and keep showing up for yourself. Because your next chapter doesn't begin with perfection. It begins with one small intentional step. Whether that's journaling, walking, resting, or simply talking, it's enough to shift your path. You are capable, you are resilient, and your best chapters are still unwritten. Your next chapter starts with one step today, and you're more than capable of taking it.